Hi everyone, my name's Ellie and welcome to my YouTube channel. You may have found my channel through Twitter, which most people have, and that's why people are watching this, or if you're just scrolling through YouTube and come across my channel, then hi. This video has been asked and been requested by so many people on my Twitter. In case you're a bit lost or a bit confused, I'm going to give you a bit of background information before I start with the video. Basically, I struggle with a disability called cerebral palsy, which is a walking disability. I struggle to walk, and for short-term distances I can use crutches, but for long-term I am in a wheelchair. But this year I decided to be motivated and try my best to change that and focus on my walking to be able to walk independently. And that's what I've been doing, and it has been a success. I basically posted a video of me walking on my Twitter, not expecting anything of it. I literally made the video originally to send to my friend, and it blew up like wildfire. Right now it is on 7 million views, which I can't comprehend. It's literally insane. And from posting that video, I've had so many messages from people with CP, parents with children with CP, or just in general, so many nice messages from people, and it's literally been so heartwarming, and I appreciate every single message I've had. And with all the messages, I've had so many questions, so I just thought it'd be easier to do a YouTube channel, and everyone's been asking if they can follow my journey and see how I grow as an individual and how I learn to strengthen myself even more with my disability. So that's what I'm doing. So I hope you enjoy. This video isn't going to be like a deep CP chat. I do want to do one of them because I've had so many questions, but I feel like for a first video I don't want to go so deep and so personal. So this is more of a chit chat, get ready with me, Q&A sort of style video. I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment and subscribe. All my social media links will be down below, and I hope you enjoy. So the first step of my makeup routine is to moisturise. This is the Clinique Prep and Prime Moisturiser. It's really hydrating, really good. For my foundation today, I am taking the Super Stay 24 Hours Full Coverage Foundation by Maybelline. This is super full coverage and I really enjoy it, and I recommend it if you like a full coverage foundation. It's really buildable. So the first question is, how do I feel about the video going viral? And honestly, I am so shocked. I did not expect it to go viral, not in like a million years. I was like, do you know what, it won't hurt to post on Twitter to just show a few more of my friends like how I'm getting on and everything. And then I seen that Sister James Charles, if it wasn't obvious, I'm a big sister, that James had liked it, and next minute he quote tweeted my tweet, and I died a little bit inside, not gonna lie. And then I like seen like Jaclyn Hill tweeted me, and it just had such an amazing response and so many people. It's something that I'd never expect to happen, and the fact that it's been able to reach such a wide range of people and help so many other people who are in the same situation as me is so heartwarming. That literally a 17-year-old girl who is a nobody has touched so many people. I've had so many people message me asking for advice or things as how they're like daughters or sons, and it's just so nice that I'm able to like share my experiences. So the next step is concealer, and the next question is, who is the most famous person you've met and the most famous person to follow you? So the most famous person I have met has to be Shawn Mendes. Me and my friend met Shawn the other day outside his hotel in Birmingham when he was staying. And the most famous person to follow me, I'd have to say, is Justin Bieber. Like, I forget Justin follows me, and it literally shocks me every time. So as I'm blending out my concealer, the next question is, are you in education? And yes, I am. I've just finished, well, I finished my GCSEs last year, so I'm now in year 12. I was in public education for my GCSEs. I got all my GCSEs. I only failed history, but who needs history? And right now I'm currently studying A-level psychology, but I'm not in public education anymore. I don't go to college or sixth form. I do an online psychology course. I just felt that public education wasn't for me. I enjoyed learning, don't get me wrong, I love learning, but being with so many people who didn't understand me as a person. There's so much judgment in public education, and if you can handle the pressure, then props to you, you're amazing. But personally, I just couldn't, and I spoke to my parents and I was like, do you know what, this just isn't for me. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, completely understand. Took me out and I'm now homeschooled, which is so much better. So the next step in my makeup routine is to powder, and I use the MAC Studio Fix powder. And the next question is, where is your favourite place to eat and what do you get? You can't go wrong with a Nando's, it is the best. And my order is literally so basic. I get a grilled chicken wrap with nothing in it, literally just the chicken, spiced medium with a side of creamy mash and peri chips. The next step in my makeup is to contour. So to start, I use the Clinique Chubby Stick. I really like this, it blends so easy and I definitely recommend. And the next question is, how is this year treating you so far? And in all honesty, this year has been treating me so well so far. I've met so many amazing new friends. I have met James Charles, which is the best thing ever to happen to me. I've met Shawn Mendes. It's literally incredible. This year's going really well. So as I'm blending out my contour, the next question is, who are your favourite artists at the moment? And honestly, this is such a good question because there's so many good artists on the scene like recently. And my favourites at the moment, I would say, are Ariana Grande. She is slaying at the moment. Yes, queen. Louis Tomlinson, little direction out here. Billie Eilish, I am obsessed with her music at the moment. So after my contour's blended in, I then bake, and as I'm baking, the next question is, where is your favourite place to go on holiday, or where would you like to go? And great question, because an amazing thing to know about me is that I love going to Mexico. I have been 4 times, about to make it my 5th trip very soon. And the next question is, have I ever dealt with negative people, and if so, how do I deal with it? And honestly, I feel like everybody at some stage in their life has negative people to deal with or a negative situation. And I feel like whatever you do in life, you're gonna get judged for it, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. So if you know you're gonna get judged for what you do, just do it anyway. Like, why let somebody's opinion stop you? But I feel like the best, like, I know it's so cliche to just say ignore them and move on with your life, because in like 10 years time them comments are literally not going to matter to you, but that is the truth. Like, yeah, they're going to hurt you now, it's called being human, you know. But the best thing you can honestly do is just try and focus on the positive, because positive is always going to be around you. Like, positivity is everywhere. It's just finding like the correct way to see it. The next step of my makeup routine is brows, and I use the Benefit Brow. And the next question is, how are you so confident, and how do you be confident? The truth is, everybody has their own insecurities in life. No matter how big or how small it is, if you're insecure about something, you're insecure about it, and you can't let anybody change the way you feel. But I feel like the most important thing you can do is learn to embrace who you are, and don't change for anybody else. Only change if you want to change for yourself, not because you don't feel like you fit into society's norm. Being confident comes with self-love, and I feel like that is so important, because there's so many things that you can be insecure about, but you are who you are at the end of the day. It's never going to change. In 15 years time, you're still going to be the same person who you are, And if anything, your insecurities make you a stronger person. It's learning to, okay, people are going to judge in life, but along with the negative, there's also the positive always. So it's just finding a way to balance the weight of the world. Let's move on to the next brow. The next question is, do you have any hobbies? And the answer to that is yes. My guilty pleasure is going to concerts. I am a fangirl. I enjoy going to concerts so much. Probably bad how much money we spend on concerts, but money will come back, the memories won't. Remember that when you want to buy concert tickets. And I also, little secret, I enjoy singing. I've been doing musical theatre for so many years. Been in so many shows and I really enjoy it. The brows are as good as they're gonna get. I hate doing my brows. I'm gonna wipe off my bake. And as I'm doing that, the next question is, how did you respond to all the hate on the first video that went viral with James? So if you didn't know, I've mentioned it earlier that I met James Charles earlier on in the year on the 27th of January to date. And James signed my wheelchair, which is crazy. And again, I tweeted the video. I was like, thank you so much for being so sweet. And James liked the tweet, but as he tweeted it, it like blew up and went like viral. And yes, there was like so many lovely comments and everyone being so supportive and so nice, but along with that there was so many bad like comments in reply to James and to me about me being in a wheelchair, basically saying that, oh, him signing a chair isn't going to help you walk or anything like this. And true, it's not, but it's taking a bad negative situation that can sometimes be depressing and taking something that makes me really happy, being James, like putting them two things together, it just is nice, you know. And I seen like the first 1 or 2 comments and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then so many more started to come and I was like, I don't know why this is happening. So I retaliated, then my friends got involved, so it got bigger than it should have been, and I learnt my lesson that I shouldn't have retaliated because they was just looking for a reaction. And I think you should learn that with anything. If anyone's trying to tease you or torment you, don't reply. As badly as you want to be like, what are you doing, it's wrong, learn to bite your tongue, because if you retaliate then it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're just going to dig yourself more in a hole. If you just ignore that comment, it's like, okay, whatever, and it's just going to go away. So next I'm going to take my Too Faced bronzer and my Morphe M405 brush and I'm going to bronze up. And whilst doing that, the next question is a really good question actually. How have you maintained such a nice figure? Surely it's hard doing physical activities with your disability. And honestly, yes, it is hard. I remember the doctors telling me when I was younger, watch what you eat, because when you get older it's going to be harder to lose the weight. And I didn't listen. And you should love yourself no matter what size you are, if you're a small size or a large size. Be you, like, you don't have to change for anyone. Yeah, it's been hard and it's been long, but how I did it was I watched what I ate. I wouldn't say I went on a, I guess you could say a diet, but not a diet. Like, I didn't change what I ate because I'm the fussiest eater going. Like, you won't catch me eating anything healthy. But I cut down on food, probably a bit too much at one stage, but you don't need to get into that. But I cut down on food, and I also do a lot of swimming. I've always been a water baby. Swimming is really good for anyone, and especially with people with cerebral palsy, because it's easier because you have the water to support you and you're working everything at once. You're strengthening your arms, you're strengthening your legs, you're working on your core. So I really do recommend that with anyone with CP if you find going to the gym harder. But in my case, I also started to try out the gym. Again, I can't do everything in the gym because we have our like limitations, but having the motivation to want to work harder and have a goal set out with a positive mindset, I tried so hard. And I go to the gym and that's where I strengthen my legs. That's how I managed to do it. So anything's possible, whether you have a disability or not. It's literally just finding the right mindset to put yourself in, to be motivated to do it. It's sticking to it, because when it's at that point when you're like, this isn't working, I'm going to give up, you push through that extra week, that extra month, you're then going to see the progress and you're going to be like, okay, it's actually working, so don't give up with it. So the next step is highlighter, and I'm just going to use my Jeffree one that's in my hand in the shade Siberian Gold, and I'm going to give my brush again a quick spritz because we like to be glowing. And the next question is, what motivates you? And honestly, I think what motivates me more is other people's stories, like just having messages of other people sharing their story and what they've been through and their experiences is so amazing to know, like how like you're not alone in the world, that so many people are going through similar situations as you, or different situations, but you can feel the same way. So other people's success and stories motivate me so much, because it's just such a beautiful thing to like know that like, hey, you're not the only one in the world trying to improve, or you're not the only one in the world who's having a hard time, that there's so many people. Sorry, can we just talk about how good Jeffree's highlighter is? But yeah, other people's stories motivate me, I think. So I'm just waiting for this lash to dry, and as doing so, the next question is, do you sometimes wish you didn't have CP? And yes and no. Yes, because who wouldn't like to just, you know, go on a run, or, you know, be independent? Like, it'd be so better. And like, to not go out and get judged, like no matter what you do, like you go out in a wheelchair and you always get dirty looks. Like, people look at you literally like you're not a human, or like they've never seen a wheelchair before, and it's like, we're in 2019, like be a bit more understanding, you know. But then at the same time, no, because I don't feel like without it I'd be like who I am now. Like, it's shaped me in so many ways, and it's formed literally so many friendships, and it's made me like who I am. Like, I wouldn't be this strong without it, I don't think. Just put myself in the eye. The next question is, how bad does CP affect your daily life? And I think it depends on what I'm like doing that day, because most days, Mondays to Thursdays, I do my studying and I do that at home, so you know, it's fine, like I don't have to go anywhere. But when I do go anywhere, like I'm in a wheelchair all the time, so I have to rely on somebody pushing me. So it's not like I can be like, oh, I'm going out on my own. Like, I have to always be with somebody, whether that's my parent or a friend. It can affect you in like many ways. Obviously, each person's case of CP is different. I'm quite lucky in a way that it doesn't affect my speech. It only affects my left hand, but like mildly. Sure, it affects my legs, but by looking at me as an individual, just like as a person, or by seeing me on social media without seeing the videos, you wouldn't know that I have CP. And I feel like it's a good thing, because I don't post it much on my socials, mainly because I don't want people to judge me for it. I'd rather somebody form an opinion on me as an individual, me as a person, rather than, oh, that girl's in a wheelchair, I've formed an opinion on her already. When that's not the case. Like, so yeah, it affects me in many ways, but in positive and negative ways. So then I'm putting on lipstick, and this is a MAC lipstick in the shade Magic Spell. And the next question is, what are some things you enjoy about any social media like community? And honestly, I would be lost without social media. Like, social media is my life. Like, not for the fact I'm just like scrolling, but I've met all my friends through social media, and I know it's like, oh, cliche, like a fangirl's got so many internet friends, but it's so true, and so many people have like so many friends on the internet. And I think it's such a beautiful thing that like you can find people who, I don't know, relate to struggles, or relate to people that you like, or the same music taste, or fashion, or makeup, like anything. And like so many like people's careers are literally based off the internet, off the internet nowadays, and it's just so supportive. Like, you can literally not know somebody. Like 7 million people, for example, have commented on my video. I do not know 7 million people, but everyone's just so supportive. Like, no matter what, you're always going to get nice people popping up on your timeline, whether it's somebody tweeting something depressing at, like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody from a different place in the entire world messaging you to make sure you're okay. Like, it's just such a beautiful thing. Like, all my friendships are based on the internet. I don't talk to anybody around my area where I live, mainly because they're all judgmental as hell. But the fact that you can relate to somebody and become like so close with somebody is like amazing. Like, I have friends that live all over who are literally like sisters to me, and without them I would be so lost. Like, without them, social media, I would be lost, because I wouldn't have my friends, I wouldn't have the support. Like, we are the new generation, you know, so it's not as scary, you know. Like, for our generation, like, we grow up and in schools they're like, oh, don't talk to people on the internet, you know, like, oh, it's scary, all this, but it's like, no, because so many amazing things are formed on the internet. Right. And to finish off my makeup routine, I take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to set my face in place. And to end on the last question is, are you gonna continue to share your story and your journey with us? And that's why I've made this YouTube channel, to share what I go through and how I'm going to improve as an individual, both physically and mentally, to give advice to others who, I don't know, have a disability or anything. Like, even if it's just struggling with life, like, there's so much darkness in the world, and if there's a way to get positivity out, then I'm happy that my video has impacted like so many people. Like, I've had so many messages, and each one of them is so heartwarming, and it's honestly amazing to be able to give advice to younger children who are going to grow up and in 10 years time be exactly in my position right now, and to be able to have somebody who's a little bit older to tell them, do this whilst you're young and it will help you when you're older. Like, I'm glad I've been able to do that and just motivate people in general, so I'm so blessed. So that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all the support. I can't explain how thankful I am for how fast everything has just hit me out of nowhere. Like, it's amazing. I'm so thankful. This was a really simple makeup look today as well. I have a video planned if you just want to see another video. And I definitely do want to do a video explaining CP in deeper understanding, so if you'd like to see that or any other video ideas, then please comment below. I really like to know your opinions and thoughts, and yeah, please make sure to follow my social medias. My Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter will all be linked down below, and yeah, thank you so much for the support. I really hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time.